with your back nice and long, shoulders drawing down, and just placing your hands onto your knees and just soften down your eyes. Taking a slow deep breath in here and a slow exhale through the mouth. Good, deep breath in through the nose and a slow exhale through the mouth. And then one more time like that, deep breath in through the nose and slow exhale through the mouth. Lovely, guys. We're going to take some rounds of breath now with our arms. So like we do usually at the end of class, draw the arms up, take a really deep breath in. And then as you exhale, set yourself with a nice strong back. So taking in that energy, deep breath in. And big exhale. And one more time, deep breath in, draw the arms up. And big grounding exhale. Lovely, guys. Okay, we're going to take a quick twist now. So reach the arms out to the side, turning towards one side, and then take your opposite arm across the knee and just start to take a very gentle twist into the upper body. And then back through center, deep breath, exhaling other side, just to really open the mid-range trunk area. And back to center. Good. A little lateral stretch, so just reaching over one side of your mat. And then pushing the floor away, other side, stretching over. And coming up. Lovely, guys. Let's crawl forward straight onto our hands and knees now. So finding our 4-point posture with our hips directly over our knees and our shoulders directly over our hands. And we're just going to take a few rounds of our cat and cow. So scooping the abdominals up towards your spine and then finding a nice arch. And as always, just moving through the cat and cow posture at your own pace and within your own range of movement. So sending the hips forward or back. You want to really think of opening the spine as you push it up. And then opening the abdominal wall as you curl. Good. Well, sorry, as you arch. Nice, everybody. Okay, let's come back through to our center alignment. Bring your right hand to the center of the mat. Take your left hand to your shoulder and start to unpeel your left side, taking your gaze up towards your hand. And then you're going to bend your right elbow as you navigate your left arm under. So we're sort of engaging the tricep here. Just a quick little arm sort of activator. And then reaching back up. And then bend and press under. And reaching back up. Last one of these. Deep breath in. And exhaling. Reaching that arm all the way up and over to switch sides. Good. Right hand to your right shoulder, drawing that arm up, breathing in at the top. And then taking that little spiral under. And extend. Really bending into that left elbow, so we're engaging those arm muscles. And up. And one more time. Good, everybody. And then reach that arm up and over, take a big opening to that shoulder, and place it back down to the mat. Lovely, guys. Okay, drawing your knees together now, so knees are touching. We're going to keep our strong alignment and take your left leg back behind you, send your left leg out long. Good. We're going to draw that knee towards the back of your left elbow, so sort of out to the side. Exhale back, tap the floor, and lift. Squeeze towards the elbow and back, tap the floor and lift. Good. Now if you want to make this a little bit harder today, you can add the opposite arm, and it's also going to draw back to the side as you do that leg movement. And tap and lift. Good. 2 more times. Back and forward, tap and lift. One more there. Deep breath in. And tap and lift. Lovely, guys. Bring that hand down now if you have taken that hand up. Tuck the toes of your underneath foot now. And we're going to do some Good, just 2 more. Now remember, if this is a bit tricky, you can keep the movement a little smaller if you need to. Last one. And bring that knee down. Push yourself back. Have a quick stretch in your shell stretch or child's pose before we do that on the second side. And while you're there, just also give your wrists a little roll out just to relax those joints after some weight-bearing movements. Take one more breath there. And then when you're ready, drawing yourself back up, and we're going to do that on our second side. So knees to touch, shoulders directly over the hands, and slide your right leg back this time, reaching it out long to move forward a slight bit, that's it. And then drawing that knee towards the elbow and sending it back. Tap the floor and lift. And in and back and down and lift. Squeezing it in and back and down. Adding that arm if you want to make it a little bit harder. Squeeze. And really just challenging the balance a little bit more with the use of that arm. And down. We've got one more of these. Keep breathing. Keep that breath consistent. And down and lift. Lovely. Set yourself up for those tricep dips, second side, tucking the underneath toe. Inhaling to lower and exhaling to push up. Deep breath into lower and exhale to push up. Good. Inhaling. We have one more of these. Last one there, and bring that leg down. Well done, guys. Take a soft pull back into your child's pose, your shell stretch. And just breathe there. Roll your wrists out and have a little deep breath there. Really good, guys. When you're ready, rolling yourself over and down onto your back. And then as you arrive on your mat, just give your knees a nice tight squeeze and have a little rock from side to side. So coming down to that supine posture, just taking a few moments to settle here. Taking your other ankle on top as well, if you've got one crossed there. And just allow your lower back to have a little open. Bringing your knees to touch now, just taking a quick twist to prepare the spine a bit further. So just dropping your knees to one side, and then make sure your gaze is towards the opposite side. And we want to focus on that shoulder drawing down and breathing, allowing the spine to lengthen and twist. And then drawing the knees up and over to the other side. Same thing, just encourage that leg down and gaze away from the bent knees. So you stretch there. Taking one more very deep breath. Nice. Okay, let's draw the legs up to table. And you're going to take them slightly apart today. So you have sort of almost 2 fist distances between your knees here. Knees are still in line with the hips and taking the arms directly up. So we're going to do sort of like a bug exercise, but with a little bit more range there. So opposite hand to toes, going to tap down to the mat and squeeze to lift up. And tapping it down, opposite hand, and 1. Draw yourself through center. And then straight to the other side. Little crunches on that diagonal. So you're really reaching, finding that space for the body to extend and crunch. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hug the knees down. Really nice job, guys. Have a little rock. Just relax your lower back. And then again, just place your feet down to the mat. Have a little windscreen wiper, just again to sort of neutralize the spine and pelvis. For one more deep breath. Lovely. Okay, we'll do a little bit of single leg work here. So take your right knee into your chest, just giving it a nice tight squeeze. Feel a nice compression into that hip. And then sort of just shift it from left to right. So you're sort of preparing that ball and socket joint for a little bit more extended movement. Good. And then we're going to take that leg directly up towards the roof. And we're just going to do some circles up here. So arms reaching up or placed down onto the mat, preferably palms up to keep the chest open. Or a little bit harder, taking them up and focusing on your balance a bit more thoroughly. So drawing some circles up on the roof here. You want to think about the size of a clock. And you want to think about sort of drawing these circles with your big toe. The big toes drawing that circle round. And just natural steady breaths here. And then reversing those circles around the other way. Keep that nice, gentle, steady breath. 2 more here. Good, lovely work, guys. Nice. Now you're going to place the same hand as the leg down to the mat now. And you're going to open that arm and leg directly out to the side, just as far as you can. And then squeeze to have a little crunch up. So opening it out to the side, breathing, and squeeze. Now remember, depending on your hip range, you may only come to here like a V shape and squeeze. Because this is about the abdominals, not flexibility. If you have a bit more range, you can use it. But our main focus is the abs and the control. Squeeze to lift. I'm going to do 1 more. And up. Nice. Good. Place both hands down on the mat if they're not already. Lower that leg down to the floor. And then flexing that foot. It's going to shuffle back a little bit. Flexing that foot. You're just going to do some little pulses for the inner thighs. So abdominal wall is strong here. Glutes are relaxed. And we're just finding that inner thigh. Just activating that inner thigh muscle. Squeezing to lift. Squeezing to lift. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then point your foot very slowly. Drawing it all the way up to the top. Take your time here. All the way up. Good job, guys. And then give your leg a squeeze in towards your chest. Nicely done. Once you've given it a nice little cuddle, just take that ankle across the other knee and have a little rock just to open the hips a bit deeper. Good work. Nicely done. Okay, we're going to take that straight away to the second side. So hug your left knee into your chest now. Again, give it a nice tight squeeze. Really pull it down towards your body and then sort of shift it just from side to side just to get into that hip. Just opening that hip joint. Just focusing on a nice breath here. Good, okie dokie. We're going to send that leg up towards the roof, finding your arms up or keeping them down if that's a little bit more supportive for you. Just remember to find a version that feels suitable for your back and your spine here. Excuse me. And then moving into those circles. So really visualize the big toe doing those circles. A lot of Pilates exercises are really enhanced when you have visualization. So if you really think about that perfect circle shape on the roof, it really helps you sort of do the movement with a bit more care. And then reverse the circles. And here as well, imagine you've got a little cup of tea just resting on your tummy. You want to keep it really stable and still, so you're really flattening out through the core. 2, last one. Good, now same hand as the leg's going to go down to the floor. We're going to open the leg and arm out to the side, and then squeeze to lift up. Good, now remember we don't want to engage the neck here, so think of pulling the whole upper body up from your abdominals and down. So you're going to squeeze them now, and that's just going to reach and lift. That's it, and down. Good, 2 more. Squeeze and lift, and down, and last one, squeeze to lift, and lower the arm. Good, guys. Now we're going to take the foot down towards the bottom of the mat, flex the foot, and find those little pulses. So like you're almost bouncing like a little ball on the inside of your foot, and you just want to keep it sort of elevated so you've got that nice sense of symmetry in the movement. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point that foot slowly, lift it all the way up. Slow, slow, slow with control. And then give it a squeeze. Good work, guys. Give it a nice tight cuddle. Excellent. Excuse me. Okay, send your legs out long. We're just going to do one roll up as a transition. So we're not going to do our roll up as an exercise today, but just use it as our transition. So reach your arms back behind you. Remember to bend your knees if it gets too difficult, and you can use your hands. Strong deep breath and strong exhale to sit up nice and tall, and then release your hands, bend your knees, and just take a quick little windscreen wipe up. Excellent work, guys. Okay, let's come over to our sideline. So we're going to make sure that you've got some space in front and behind you today, and then you've got nice sort of ease of movement for spacing. Yeah. So as always, supporting the neck or lying all the way down, just ensuring that you're not jarring your neck. You still want to keep long alignment in the upper body. And then bend the underneath knee just so it's comfortable, and then the top leg, going to start it in line with the hip. Yeah. So not too high, not too low, sort of in line with your hip. And then top hand, you can just have it here. Maybe take it to the hip if you're a bit more advanced, but have it here just to find your sort of balance. We're going to come forward with a flexed foot. We have 2 little pulses, pulse, pulse, and then you're going to push it back and 2 little pulses back. So inhaling and exhaling. Good. Deep breath in forward and back. Now as you go back, you're getting a nice stretch in that hip flexor and really extending the leg out of the hip. You're going to find length in those muscles. Good. Let's do 2 more. Deep breaths and back, and 1 more. Nice, 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 nice. Now bring it forward. You're going to point the foot now and just draw some little circles on your camera. If you're facing the camera, that is. Good. And then reverse your little circles. You should be really feeling it here, the external area of your pelvis and your hip there. Good. Last little challenge. You're going to just tap the floor and then back in line. Tap the floor and back in line. For 2 and 1 more. Nice. Now reach that arm up. Very slow reach with that foot all the way up. Really feel that final sort of activation in that leg. And then give it a squeeze down. Good job. Really good, guys. Just let it relax there for a moment. Beautiful. All right, staying on that side, push yourself up. Now we're going to do a little bit of side plank before we do the second side. So setting up your side plank, shoulder directly over the elbow, fist or palm down, just depends on like what feels more supportive for you. And then the top arm, you're going to push into the mat, deep breath in as you exhale to push yourself up either to your knees or all the way out to your side plank posture. Stacking your feet or one in front of the other and really pushing the mat away. Good. Top arm is going to take a little spiral under. So you navigate under and then lifting back up. Breathing in and exhaling. Good. Just 2 more of these. So you're slightly twisting that upper body. You're going to feel a lot of work in that shoulder, but also the side obliques. And hold it up. Now just some tiny little dips. So you're just dipping your hips slightly to the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it strong, find that posture, and then soften down. Good work, guys. Coming into your mermaid position with your legs. So your underneath leg's going to be bent in front of you. Take your opposite arm across and just have a little stretch there. Just to open that side body, stretch it out. And then the underneath arm, just take it across for a quick little shoulder stretch. Deep breaths. Good. And we'll go to our second side. So just swing those legs around. Again, just making sure you have space forward and back. I'm going to come slightly forward for this one. Forward and back for these leg swings. And then underneath leg slightly bent, top leg out long, top arm here or onto the hip if you're a bit more advanced, yeah? Pulling that side body up off the mat, really drawing the abdominals in tight. So flexing forward, we have 2 little pulses. And push it back. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Deep breath into pulse and back. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more. Also really working functional movement in that hip with this one. Such a good exercise. Good. All right, holding it forward. Now you're going to point that foot and just take those little circles directly in front of your hip. So if you were on your back, it'd be right in line with your hip. Yeah. So you don't want it here or up there, straight in line. That's it. And reverse. Good work. With that final little challenge, you're going to tap down and straight back up. And down and up. And 2 and lift. 1 more. Good. Holding that arm up. Take that last little pull of that leg all the way up. And then give it a cuddle. Good job. Give it a nice tight squeeze. Well done. Okay, send those legs out. We're going to find that side plank, second side. So directly underneath your shoulder, pushing the mat away. Deep breath in as you exhale. Push. Setting yourself. Now remember, you can absolutely keep the underneath knee down if you need to. So you're going to spiral under and lift to reach. Good. Spiraling under and lift it strong. Good. Deep breaths. And lift. And 1 more. And hold. Good. Little pulses. Just pulsing it out. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it strong. Deep breath. And then ease it down. Good job, guys. Push yourself up. Find that quick little mermaid stretch. Just reaching over. And then taking that underneath arm across your body for a nice stretch there. Good. Okay, we're going to finish off with our bridge just to set our spine for the day or the night if you're doing this class later, depending when you're doing it. So, as always, we're just going to take it nice and slow and really visualize that spine peeling off the mat 1 vertebrae at a time. So pressing your hands down, make sure you can just touch your heels, finding sort of like a low open V, out to the side, or maybe a little bit harder, straight away if you want to take the arms up. So tucking that pelvis, feel the hips start to draw towards your lower rib cage, and then peeling that spine off the mat, 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way to the top, peeking your heels and rolling down smooth through your spine. Really control the movement. Good. Dropping the heels at the bottom. Strong deep breaths. Navigate your way up through that position. 1 section of your spine at a time. At the top, really squeeze underneath the glutes to push the hips high. Lift to the heels. Lift the heels to the balls of the feet. And soft and roll down. Good. Last one of these, we're going to hold this last one at the top. So find that final roll up. Hold it up here. Peek your heels. And we're we're just going to do some little pulses for the glutes. So squeezing the glutes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push a little bit higher and roll it down. Lovely work, guys. Really good. Okay, just take a little windscreen wiper with your legs from side to side. Well done, everyone. We're going to do a quick little stretch to finish today. So just taking one leg up, finding a little half happy baby. So focusing on just isolating one side before we do 2 legs of the happy baby. You might want to have a little stretch out. You want to just feel that nice strong compression in that hip. Yeah, so it's a good one to stretch there. And then very gently just draw that leg up, finding a hamstring stretch. So back of your calf, back of your thigh, maybe reaching for your foot, but don't pull on your knee. Yeah, try not to pull on a joint there. And make sure your butt is on the floor here. That's it. Deep breaths, just allow that muscle to stretch and open. One more inhale. And exhale, ease it down. Other side, just finding a nice quick open for that hip. Having a little rock if you need. And then very gently easing it up to your hamstring stretch. And just keep in mind you might have really tight hamstrings. You might be here. Whatever area, sorry, wherever you're stretching it is individual to you. So don't worry ever with your stretches if they're not as close down or whatever. Just take it slowly with ease. We never want to force our stretches ever. Actually, not much in Pilates is forced, to be honest. Maybe if your teacher's forcing you to hold plank, which that's definitely me most of the time. Okay, one more deep breath. And exhale. Good. Now we're going to take both legs to our happy baby. Really get into your hips. You can also bend the knees in, have it a little bit more narrow. Just allow your hips to really stretch here. Maybe stretch them up. And then bring yourself into a nice little ball. Have a few rolls up and down your spine. Just allow your back to get a little bit of a massage here. And then on your next one, coming all the way up. And just finding your seated posture to finish. Good. So the same position ideally that you had at the very start of your class, just circling around back to where we started. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the class, moving into a really stressful time of year for a lot of people. So we're just going to do a little bit of mindful breathing to finish today, just to really set our headspace into a good neutral place. So closing down your eyes, pressing your hands back down into your knees, and just taking some very slow breaths as you draw the air in through your nose. Really feel your lungs expand, and then slow exhale through your mouth. Now your next deep breath, I want you to really visualize taking in lots of positive energy to your body. So feel your body up, imagine it's like a colour as you fill your lungs up. And then just releasing anything out that you don't need on your exhale. Good. One more breath like that. Deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Take a few little circles into your head just to relax your neck here. Both directions. Just being very mindful when you go back, not to send the head back too far. Just want to sort of gaze towards the roof when you go round. Yeah. Lovely, guys. So we're going to finish a lot of breathing today. Sorry, we're going to finish with our 3 deep breaths, our mind, body, and soul, all in line for a wonderful day and a wonderful week ahead. So taking your breath in to draw the arms up. Big grounding exhale, press the arms down. Really imagine when you take your press down that you're moving your hands through water or sand. Find that resistance in your muscles. Last one, deep breath in. And big exhale. Good job, guys.